Alrighty, folks. Thanks for watching. It's been a great show. Take care of yourselves, and just an overly long introduction there.
Yes. I took a nap during that one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm trying to master like the DJs of old. You click this before this one ends. You click that, right? When you're swapping records before a song ends.
Oh, right,
Right.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mess it up, of course. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the show. Holy crap. We got 4 watching on my channel. What do you got going on, man? Anything going besides yourself? You're just voyeuring your own channel? Or we have anybody? Anybody there on Tim's channel? Say hi.
Anyone.
Say hi, Bueller.
Right.
And thanks for coming in, guys. Remember last week we had a really good show. We talked about how we would approach creating our new campaign. What would we do? What our mindset was. What sort of things we looked for, what we prepped, and what I prepped and what he didn't prep. he tends to wing it a little bit more than me. And Tim had an awesome idea at the end of it. He says, "Hey, you know what? Let's try to do our own adventure live, and we'll go through some of his maps, live with you guys, and maybe give some input here, figure out what you might like." And
yeah, we're going to rely on you guys.
Yeah, it should be fun. Tim, you had a cool idea. If you super chatted $5 or something, you get whatever you say within reason gets inserted somehow in the campaign.
Just as a shits and giggles thing, kind of thing.
Yeah. Within reason,
for your
guys.
Channel, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that helps. That's kind of cool though. That's kind of cool. All my whopping money I make from this thing. I think I make $130 in a past year. So yeah, it's not getting rich off of this.
Careful, they might be listening to you, Joe.
Yeah, the IRS is tuning in,
checking you out.
Oh God. Yeah. So I think that'd be kind of fun. So we did a little bit of prep beforehand. Got some rough ideas in our own head. Very little.
But, yeah.
We're
tried to do more than usual. More than usual sometimes.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump into it. First, we always like to start with what cool thing did you do or get or whatever this week? What's going on this week that was neat?
Oh man, Joe, it was a pretty light week. Work was very $130? Woo.
Well, yeah.
Now he's got to watch out for that.
Big bucks. I'm loaded.
Didn't do too much this week, and that although my favorite place in the world is like a bookstore, and this weekend I was able to hit up there twice, and
nice.
Which is my place to recovery and heal and get away from work, because it's far enough away from where I live that I can actually be kind of anonymous up there. I mean, I go there so much, I'm not really anonymous, but I'm not known for work stuff there. So
yeah.
It allows me to get away and not see people I really know, except for the people who know what my coffee is. Which drink do I want?
That's good. That's the people you want to know. You want them to know who you are.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. I'm trying to think. But other than that, no. I mean, I guess the other cool thing that happened today, and this is just my gamer hoarding gene, I guess I have, is I was able to get one of those premium editions of Shadow Dark.
Yeah, you and Rob are both talking about that. What was there, like a fire sale or something? All of a sudden, you're both picking.
No, well, they ordered extra, of course, once the Kickstarter was fulfilled, so that they could sell them. But they only ordered, or only had like 300 available for sale through their website.
Oh, okay.
And then this morning I got the notification, so I knew with 300 copies. Well, I figured they were going to
they go fast,
go real quick. So
yeah.
I hurried up and grabbed one early this morning. So
that's cool.
Because I wasn't going to get one. I wrote it on a Facebook post where I was like, I got my Kickstarter box, loved everything in it, thought everything was complete, and then I was watching everybody else getting that premium book, and I'm just like, oh man, that thing looks so nice, and I just like, it's stupid, but I want it. I want it.
I want the precious.
Yes, I want the precious. So I did splurge on that, which I didn't need to, but that's why they call it splurging.
Absolutely.
I decided to, get myself a little something like that. So I'm pretty glad I was able to get in there before everybody else.
That's cool. Well, I splurge a little bit, and yeah, I like when you past Joe splurges, and past Joe pays for it, and then current and future Joe forget about it, and then all of a sudden it comes, and it's like, yes, this is like a free gift from old me to new me,
Right.
So this is
Right.
awesome. I love
Yeah.
it. Thank you, Joe, old Joe. Or
This
young
one's
Joe.
gonna be nice because I mean the I'll get it in 2 days.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So
No,
it should get it because it was funny because the mailing prices. I think the difference between like a regular 5 or 7 day mailing and a 2 day mailing was 50 cents.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, that's not bad.
So I was like,
Yeah. No
okay,
brainer.
yeah.
No
So
brainer.
there's
Yeah,
what about you? What'd you get? What'd you do?
This Knock issue 4. You buying these Knock magazines, Tim?
I have the very first one,
They're good,
but I don't have the other ones.
and you could get them printed. Again, I think they might have other
Yeah.
stuff made. It's a high quality. I don't know. I mean, I really can't call it a zine. It's a compilation of. It's more like it reminds me of Reader's Digest. Remember that?
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Well,
The Reader's
it
Digest.
is kind of a zine. It's just really big.
Yes,
It's like what? How many pages is that, Joe? Like
it's long.
150 or something
212
like that?
pages of game.
Holy shit,
Pure
bigger than I
gaming
thought.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said. So damn it! I missed my
Starting with that
opportunity. I missed my
Yes.
opportunity.
Yes.
I could have done this. Shit.
Oh yeah. Jeez, come on.
I was gonna
Now
forget.
you gotta see. You still have it on loop.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it there open now, but yeah. So it came in the mail, and it's a heavy, thick book. It's bigger than bigger digest size, high quality paper. It's all gloss paper, and I mean, check out the art in this thing. They really did a good job.
Because if I remember correctly, the way this one is too is like every open page is a whole different thing. So every time you turn the page, it's a whole new thing.
Yeah, that fits what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that totally fits what I'm seeing here on these pages.
It's one of those things. It's hard to tell. The reason why I give this one a nod more of a zine or the zine thing is because of the attitude and the
that's true.
I mean, it looks like a book, but it feels like a zine, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And look, you could looks like 1, 2, and 3. I mean, they're equally as thick and good.
Yeah, I have that first one. That's the only one I have. Everybody so I run the zine group, and pretty much two questions I have when you come in to kind of screen out the bots or whatever is what's your favorite zine and are you a zine maker? And probably more than half of them Knock is their favorite zine.
Really? Interesting.
Oh yeah, that's a big. Back in the day, it was that Ben Lawrence's one.
Oh.
That what was it called? Through Old Tan's Door.
Oh yeah.
So his was really popular there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Some DCC ones are mixed in, but Knock is definitely
top of the list then, huh?
Yeah, I put them probably the most popular. Get some Morgborg, but none of them are like, you get Morgborg this, Morgborg that. But that one seems to be the steadiest series of zines. I'm
surprised you never kept going, man. Well, how come we didn't get 2, 3, and 4? Just didn't care that much, or
price. I mean, zines aren't cheap anymore, and like you get because it's not just the price of a zine now. Because I mean, I think that zine is going for like $30.
Yeah,
plus you have to do the shipping and handling.
26 euros or whatever. So probably they're almost $40 probably. By the end of the day,
with mail and everything. Yeah, so you're spending. I'm not saying it's not worth it or anything, but you have to make choices.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether and I was looking, and I talked about this in the zine thing about the prices of zines, and I mean, I think on average with shipping and handling and everything, what I was looking at, you're talking about it's gone up another $4 or $5 from last year.
Mm-hmm.
So probably next year you'll be paying $30 plus for a zine.
Jesus Christ, it's not even. I mean,
I know. It's
It just makes you want to go back to revert to the old days where you just literally did it with your typewriter, word processor, a copier with a few staples, and you handed it out for $2 because that's all it cost.
Yeah, I know. I do miss that. I really do. I do miss that but there's nothing stopping from anybody from doing that either.
Yeah, except we look down upon, and it's
no,
with the Joneses. I mean, keep up with the Joneses thing. So, there's a lot of people. Some people, the old school people, would respect it, but you know, a lot of people wouldn't, you know, they were just like, oh, that's shit. Why would I pay anything for that piece of shit? You know, unless it was from a little kid or something. But yeah. So speaking of old school, though, I started last night. My brother and that group were playing in what was the second edition campaign, which is morphed into my new RPG campaign, and in there we started an old school module that I've been wanting to run. I told you about it. I don't want to say the name of it because I know they don't know it.
Mike's listening. So
yeah, I know he's waiting.
Brother Mike's like sifting through here for hints and clues. Yeah, I know you both play like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm no fool. I got to survive, man. So, shit.
Right.
So I started playing. Now, I'll give the recap after it's all over. It's not going to be a long one because of the nature of it. So
that's what she said.
Yeah, boom, boom. Oh, I missed the opportunity again.
You missed the opportunity again. Yeah,
son of a bitch. Anyway, yeah. So I'm doing that, and it's funny because it involves a warlock, right? And so it was interesting was that I was sitting there, on my porcelain throne today, scrolling through Instagram reels, right? I found this video of Hulk Hogan speaking backwards, and I'm like, holy shit. This is what a warlock sounds like when you do an incantation. You've got to. I'm going to show you this thing here. I'm going to share this, and I should be able to. Now that I know how to share sound. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, yeah. So I'm going to make this big because I used to get pumped before the whatever, right? And Mean Gene, I'm going to smash his face in. Right. He'll never sustain the whatever, right? So here we go. So now,
brother.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Tell me the son of Warlock casting a spell.
It sounds exactly like that. As long as Gene doesn't. Gene sounds like his worst little minion.
Yeah. Look at the face, too. He's insane, like a Warlock.
Why? Okay, I mean, I know this is a dumb question, but why would anybody put Hulk Hogan talking backwards?
Because of this.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I'm sorry, Master. I didn't mean to put that in the wrong place. I'm going to burn your soul alive, Gene.
Look at him. This is the greatest shit I've seen. I don't know how long, man.
That does work. It does sound like he's summoning an old one, yeah.
Right? I mean, I Cthulhu's showing up soon. I'm telling you.
That's pretty good. Are you going to play that during one of your games?
I might just have it as an example.
I mean, you found that just because don't you do it online anyways?
Yeah. It's like synchronicity. I shot it already to my brother's group because Dwayne is playing a warlock in that game. I said, this is what Dwayne sounds like every time he casts.
So they already know it.
They've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've seen it. But this will probably give you guys a hint who the listeners or the old school folks. What I'm playing in this module that has recommendations, play this death metal song at this point in the module for flavor. So that'll give you guys a hint. I know that my brother's group probably won't be able to figure it out from that hint, but you'll kind of know which one it is. And don't type the name in there, you sons of bitches. I don't want them to see what it is.
Sons of bitches. So you figure it out, huh?
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, as always, you got to put your own little spin on things. You got to do that. I mean, shit.
I don't think I've ever in my life have run an canned adventure straight forward.
No.
Not even my own.
Yeah, true.
Not even my own. As soon as I get mine, as soon as I start rolling with it, it may be intact for the first 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
and then it starts. Then I start going off the rails on my own adventure.
At what point does it play testing your module, and at what point does it become creating a new module through?
Well, if I'm play testing the module, well, then I stick more to the tracks than the adventure. Because if I'm play testing it, I want to see how it play tests as is. I don't go off the rails on that point.
Yeah. Okay. So it's so the earlier stage is like the alpha stage. The playtest is the beta, and the alpha is let's create this module as we go. I have a skeletal structure, and here we go. We're going to try to figure this out, which is a perfect segue to what we're doing tonight. We're going to create a goddamn module, right?
We're going to try to.
Yep, and the next OSR masterpiece. So
that's right. I forgot it was a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Yeah. Marcelo, we got you with the clickbait. That's how we roll here, baby. That's how we roll.
3 feet dead water. There we go. We got him in.
Yep. I'm
Yeah.
trying to mess with the Canva and the titles and try to make it, more professional or whatever. So, yeah, I'm
We
trying.
just put a little Hulk Hogan summoning and brought Marcelo into us there.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. We summoned him in, That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah. I hope we don't get like copyright stricken for, by Satan, for the incantation that we just played. He may have a copyright.
I don't think Disney watches ours.
Satan being Disney, yeah, nice.
Right. Exactly.
Took me a second there. Yeah. So, Tim, while you pull up the directory, I'm going to run once again to the porcelain throne.
You're going to be going to the bathroom like 19 times tonight, aren't you?
I'm trying to fluidify. I was going to go to the gym tonight, so I was fluidifying, and I never ended up going, so I never sweated it out, so I suck. I'll be back in 1 second, folks.
Camelized it.
Yeah, I'm like a camel. Yeah. Right now that the camel sprung a leak, so I shall return.
Mark, I'm not sure what we're going to use. Actually, we'll take some suggestions out for that. We're going to, of course, all of this is kind of half-ass figured out. We're going to go because I have more adventure writing tools than I know to use or where to get them. But we'll be throwing it out to you guys too. All right. Well, got up to 14 watching right now. And Joe's in the can. Doesn't that sound typical? Yeah. All right.
All right. We have returned. What's up, guys? Are we using specific tools? Yes, we will be using the tool called the noggin.
Okay. How about the Shadow Dark roll table? Definitely. And then we got BX or Swordman is easy to convert to other systems.
See, right now you guys are hearing just a complete creative difference because I never use tables. I don't use them. I just sit there and think about what makes sense.
I know you are a tactician all the way.
Yeah. That's why it's going to be really interesting tonight. Our approach is completely different as to how we would create something. I'll grab a drink. I'll grab a bowl, fill it up, puff on the back porch, and think.
You were in complete creative mode. Okay, so what kind of so we're going to do this adventure, Joe. And we'll start sharing my screen here. I guess why don't we start off with just showing them like maybe the territory they'll be dealing with.
Okay. Well,
we'll start off with that. What do you think?
Tim, I pulled up a lot from the old game for several years you ran, various incarnations. I pulled up a lot of things that we could give you guys as an example. So, in fact, I have the only map of Tim's entire region that was ever published. So, here, I will share this with you.
You have mine of my entire region that was published. I don't even know what one this is.
There it is. There's Tim's lands. Right, so there's a bog in the southwest. Komor Houndshead. You see right below.
You're talking about more of the world.
The region. We got Scorn, Dead Center. 2 weeks down to Eastgate, southeast. We got Low Hill, and then the Ash Forest. So there's Tim's world. All right, so that's the only map of Tim's world. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. You got that. And so as more of the region, though, where Houndshead actually resides, there's a couple versions of the Houndshead map. This is a very early version with just some numbers on it and some names. All right, the infamous Houndshead. All right, so nice and tight little. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to share a different screen, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, we're still learning this nonsense,
Yeah, I didn't know you had to. I kept on thinking it would reshare just because I switched.
Yeah. I was the same exact thing. No.
I guess it keeps you from accidentally flashing stuff.
That's true. Although I've made a mistake. So so there's the old Houndshead. All right. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't really that developed, right? And then we have some updated maps of Houndshead here. So let's see.
You got a different one there?
I have a couple. This is
looks like Bobby's World.
I'm sorry. That's the same one. Let me close that out. My bad, guys. But we have a more detailed Houndshead map here with a layout that's it's on the left and the right. I kind of like the way you did this, Tim.
Hey, welcome up, Greg. What did you miss?
Yeah.
Just you missed Joe going for his first pee break.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bladder thing. What are you gonna
First
do?
of many to come, Greg.
Of course.
So, yeah.
I liked what you did here, Tim. What Hound said. You have on the left and the right a little quick
Yeah,
index. Same
so
map,
that was almost like
scattered
a
a lot.
computer screen for myself. So like when you guys go to Hound's Head, I can remember,
Mhm.
who's there, what the services that they do,
Yeah.
and that. So when you guys went someplace, when I had that up on my Roll20, I could
Yep.
refer to it easy enough because
Yep.
unfortunately my memory's not,
Strong as my bladder, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much. Yeah.
I get it. So then we had later a later campaign. You went all out and did everything the hard way, if I remember correctly, in terms of how you developed this map on Roll20. I don't know if you still have it. I went and go pull it up because I'm like, holy shit, this is a.
You read Doc's comment?
No, is it? Because cheating IRS needs to have a bladder infection. Well, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. So remember this, Tim?
Yeah, that was my latest.
Yep.
But it wasn't the hard way, Joe. It was actually all I had to do is I got those
the packs,
little houses, and they were just like little, I don't know, artifacts, and then I could just easily place houses on the map and draw some roads to them. So it actually was the easiest thing instead of having me keep redrawing the map over and over again, hand drawing it.
I remember there was a layer issue. I think you put them on objects layer and you kept getting pissed off because you kept moving shit. If I remember right.
I'm sure that happened. Yeah, I'm no doubt that that occurred. Yeah.
So then expanding outwards. So if you remember the regional map of Tim's area, the Komor Forest region, right? So we have Hound's Head right there in the middle, and then we have just for context, Scorn, which has been burnt to the ground mostly, I think, right? So all right. So there's Snickle's little wrapped in purple there. That's where he lived in the tenements and whatnot. So yeah, it turned out that was a nice little. Here's a cool little town I'm going to destroy. All right, so
no, yeah, okay. Now I'm gonna. How do you share this fucking thing again? There it is.
Go ahead.
There, share screen, and then I'll show you the before and the after.
Oh, you got an aftermath.
Remember? Probably don't remember this.
Oh yeah, cool, man. That's right, I do. That was kind of cool. Yeah, all those. That's where I saw the first time ever the fire effects. And I went and bought those map packs. Yeah.
I added the fire is one element, but then I added the black smoke, which was a second element to make it look all smoky and burning and everything like that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Now here's the region of the Komor Forest. Let me show you that we'll be probably doing this in today, guys. It's right here. That's pretty much the go-to basic map. There's other more developed ones with more information, but here you see Hound's Head Deadness Center. 1 hex equals 5 miles, so that's here to here. So it's basically looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 miles across each way, right? And Scorn is off this map. It's a couple days away, if I remember right. So it's about like the halfway point is this map, right?
Then I have the more recent one too, Joe.
Oh, you do? I don't have that. I couldn't find that one. Why don't you show that, and they'll be able to see like the.
We are sharing screens left and
right. Oh, we're pulling so many comments.
Man, we're just going to town on this. Because I'm not used to doing this shit. I don't have I don't have the skill that Rob does.
There's a good map. Yep. There you are.
So what I do with this one, guys, is every time. So I start the map out like Joe showed. And then as they start exploring out, I'll start detailing where they find the stuff.
Ruins or
that's kind of
it is.
Like what's that?
Ruins or whatever it is that we've come across, explored. Or some that we didn't, but we just know the name of it and kind of where it is.
Sometimes I would add things that you guys didn't know about. That's remember where that cabin ruins is. That's where you started your, basically the what do you call it? Your campaign started. You guys got stuck with a undead. Whether it is electronic or physical books, I am the master of the reach around. There is no that's like his honorific, you know.
It is the Rob the reach around.
Robert
Yeah.
Master Reach Around Conley.
Yep. So we have the Rob's reach around, and then we have the pulling a Conley is when you just keep sharing screens. Yeah, it's all our whole thing is
That's right.
named
It's
after
all
Rob's
connected.
weird ass actions.
Yep. And then it's not is it up here? Oh, Rob had a cold spot that he put up there.
Yeah.
He met this Cthulhuid monster along the road, or something happened. It was on a cabin or something like that. And Rob had the ingenious idea of slicing it open and pouring the potion into one of the tentacles of the creature of gaseous form.
And how'd that work out?
I loved it. Oh God, I thought that was such a great idea. So, I mean, granted, I took some liberal amount of, let it stick around for a little bit of time. So it hung around in a gaseous form along that road, and I was just waiting for a party to come by for it to conveniently drop the gaseous form.
Yep, I remember that. And I think
we traumatized Doc.
We avoided it. I remember remember this. This was the area with the spiders. Remember that? We was like, get the hell out of Dodge. I didn't want to go in there. I lied.
Everybody in the spidered area. Yeah, nobody likes going in there. No,
save and die, man. Who wants that? I don't need that.
It's so funny how the big bad adventurers will not go near, the spider encased forest over there. Yeah.
It's save or die. No, none happening. I think this is where I got scared of the cow. Either here or here.
It is. Yeah. No, right. See where that diamond is, Joe?
Right here, this one?
Yeah. I think it was that one. You were across the creek from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got scared of the cow. Your very first adventure in the Komor Forest, and you cried because a cow was chewing.
I thought it was a troll. I crossed the river as we were falling asleep. You see a troll doing some nasty shit. I'm like, all right, let's sleep up on this hill. Next thing in the middle of the night, and hear this sound effect that was horrifying, which I've never heard in my life, but which turns out to be a cow chewing his cud. So because I'm not living in fucking East Bumpbuck,
no, you don't
live in civilization. Who the hell?
No, that's true.
The only cow I ever come across is a goddamn ribeye. That's it. So that's the hell I know what a ribeye sounds like.
Fair enough. Yeah, you know what a ribeye, if it was going to walk away from you, you know what it would sound like. Yeah.
Yep. So this is the land we're dealing with, guys. There's interesting places. I mean, if you use your imagination, it gets dark, it gets scarier the farther away you go. Traditional wilderness crawl style.
The way I like to try to kind of explain. I guess I haven't explained this to many people, but like the way I kind of run the Komor Forest, or the philosophy I use, it's almost a combination of a hex crawl mega dungeon, because the forest itself is the mega dungeon, kind of thing.
That's true.
And and there's no light that usually falls on there, so everything's dark and so
and it grows too. It changes as the campaign goes on. The whole forest has a living entity kind of essence to it, right? Not like the Gonzo things are just things repopulate overnight for no reason. Things grow and change.
Right. There's movement,
power. Yeah. I mean, like there was this first adventure where Tim had us encounter a warg, and because it talked, we were scared shitless. We didn't know what the hell it was. Why is this big ass wolf, so big balls confident that there's 6 guys surrounded him with all weapons drawn and some spells, and he's talking with such big balls that he figured, he must have like 300 hit points. We're not going near this fucker guy. We just left, right? So finally we get to like 4th or 5th level or whatever it is, and I'm like, I'm going in. That fucking 8 hit point warg is going down. Now I know what he is. I'm gonna make his fucking fur into my cloak, and it was like, I'm in, I'm down. And then so we finally encounter the warg again, and because like I said, Tim, if you could unshare that for a second.
Of course.
What happens with Tim is like his world and everything in it grows and changes. So when I came across the warg again, that's what it looked like basically. So I really couldn't do anything to it, and he grew tentacles out of the back of his ass, that whole thing, that tentacle tail, you see that thing there, breathes fire. So I couldn't do shit. So you humiliated us yet again with the warg. You know, so yeah,
guys,
that sums up the campaign. It was that's exactly what happened.
that was that you dragged that from the campaign itself. Yeah.
I had to, man. I had to. I still, bust my balls about that. Jesus Christ. So we got a wide world to deal with, guys. And the first thing we were going to think, Tim, ideas about the campaign, but ideas about, you want to start with a map, you want to start with a theme.
You know what? Let's start off with a map.
All right.
Let's start off with a map, and then we can maybe we can either randomly create a title, or we can come up with one, or we can pick a monster. I'm gonna let let most people just like throw it to the crowd, see what they say, see what you come up with, Joe.
All right.
Let me get that. Now these maps that I'm going to be sharing, it's funny because they're from like, I don't know, 10 years of me drawing maps. Some are definitely better quality than others, and some completely suck.
The thing is, they're almost all these things you're going to see is on his Patreon for free, guys. So just subscribe.
Some of these are. A lot of these aren't, though. I got so much stuff that I don't. So so I'll just so guys, if there's a map, Rob's already throwing out mind flares.
No, we're not doing mind flares.
Rob just shot you down, Rob. They didn't even let you. We're not doing that. Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Flint.
Hit the like button
for pimping us. Everybody needs a pimp.
And that's like one of my early on ones, but
that's interesting. Go back to that one.
I'm going way too fast. So
that's interesting. That's got like different,
That's not mine. That's a Dyson Logos map.
Oh,
that's an early one.
Yeah. Okay. So really can't use it.
I think I saved that one because I wanted to kind of learn his style. But it's funny. Look at his maps now compared to this one.
Big difference.
This one's way early on. Yeah.
Proto hatching.
Yeah. And that's just the landscape. Let me see if I can find. That's another one. Let me get into the dungeon maps more. Right. We're going to need more of a contained area.
Otherwise, if we just do a wilderness, we're just going to make up we're just going to make up a lot of wandering encounters that sort of maybe fit a theme, right? Or a thing in there.
Let's see here.
Once we get the thing that's in the hex, then we can design, what makes sense based on what that thing is that would be around that thing.
Right, sure. Just trying to find out where. Okay, here we go. Here's more of my hand drawn
a lot of F's on that map.
A lot of F's? What are you showing?
Oh, you're still showing a different map. Did you do what I did last time? You presented a new screen.
Oh, I got to stop sharing for that and then reshare. But I was just trying to find what is that? Yeah. What did I do wrong?
You might have closed it out. So, do you guys have any ideas as to a theme? Like you're looking for a temple, a dungeon, an old abandoned wizard tower. What do you guys are thinking about? What would you want us to see us do? Is that you?
What's that?
That's your map too?
Yeah, all these are my maps.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one, So these are early on ones, but they're going to be all mixed in. Oh, all library.
Okay, library.
Rob wants to see what you can do with mind flares.
All right. So what would be in a mind flare library? Brains, right? That they could access. Mind flares.
Yeah, because I was, as soon as you said mind flares library, I think. Do you remember? Well, I do because it's Land of the Lost. Remember, they went into a room and they had the heads of old slee stacks and they talked to them.
Oh yes,
you know they were in those pedestals and they talked back and forth. That'd be a cool addition.
How about something like this? I'm going to post it. I wonder where it appears. If I post a link here,
brain jars labeled Abby Normal. Exactly.
There you go. So you guys see that link there? I just clicked the link to a picture. So while you're displaying, they could click on a link in a different tab, and so to get the idea. But it's like a brain in a jar in a lab, and that's how they communicate and gain knowledge, or maybe it stores their power. something like that.
Yes,
Oh, Tim, I
channel
think
the
I used
land.
that. I think I used that map in one encounter. It's kind of cool.
Did you?
Yeah.
And there's one I just 2 parts of it.
So a mind flayer place would be in the Underdark. It'd be underground. They don't live in houses or nice squared off dungeons, right? We're talking old caverns and shit like that, right?
Let me write this stuff down because I gotta.
Yeah, start taking notes.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh, you know what? I'll do that on because I have the screen up. So I will. So mind flare and library.
Mm-hmm.
And are we going to go with the heads or brains on the pedestals? What
I
do
like
we want to do?
brains because
Brains?
they I think they eat brains too, but some might be so valuable that if you
Well, they
eat it,
don't
you
eat
will
brains.
lose.
They eat your intellect, or they eat your
I
thoughts
thought,
or
I
something.
thought they ate
They're
your
not
brains.
ghouls. They don't eat brains.
I thought they did, and that's how they got some power knowledge. I don't know. That could be. That could be.
It's been
But
so long, Joe. I have
yeah.
no idea now.
Well, you know
I'll
what?
tell
It
you
could
the
be
truth.
whatever we want it to be, right? So
That is true. Maybe we'll just have, we could have like some ghetto mind flare,
yeah,
and then we don't give a shit about what you know.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
just going to eat you. They can be like the people would just be the cows. They would be the.
Oh no, they eat the brains. It says they consume their victim's personality by extracting and devouring their brains while they're still alive. But so you take their personality and maybe some power from the brains. But
Right.
what if some brains had so much knowledge you wanted to access it and use brains in the jar as computer databases, for whatever the purpose.
So say that again. So some brains are what?
Some brains are so valuable. They have so much knowledge, like the brain of a sage or the brain of like a 15th level wizard, right? That you would want that brain's knowledge. And so you store it in a special jar, like in a special vat, right? And so there's these mind flayers out there who basically, like, instead of books, they have hard drives that are the equivalent of hard drives, but just brains in a jar. And if they sit maybe in a central nexus, they have access to all these brains at the same time.
Now I'm thinking of Babylon 5. Remember, it was the soul hunters, and they would keep the souls inside of a little sphere.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So mind flayers in library of brains for people who had knowledge that the mind flayers want to have access to. Sitting in a chair channels all of that brain power literally into the mind flayer's head. Wouldn't that be interesting that if the mind flayer was then gained the ability to cast like wizard spells, just be having linked to the wizard's brain?
Yeah, B5 and Land of the Lost. That's a great combination for me.
Yeah.
What did Marcelo say? Put an artifact to extract XP or spells from brains so the players can play around.
Yeah, that's what the mind flayer is doing. But the artifact would suck it away and it'd be gone forever, right?
There's a wiki's in the house.
Hello, wiki.
So an artifact that extracts. Okay, we can get to the artifact too later when we get to that. But I like that extracts spells or something.
An artifact could extract it, but they're gone forever. But if you're a mind flayer sitting in that mind flayer throne of the brains in the middle of the library, you have access to all of the knowledge and all those brains at the same time.
So you extracted the brains, put it under glass, and they kind of use it. Do they use it to learn, or like or are they talking to them? I can't imagine them talking to them. But.
You could, but they would be looking down on them as inferior nothings, right? So you'd be commanding them.
So it'd almost be like an ant farm to them.
Yeah,
it's like, they can't really, but they're cool to watch.
Yep,
or something like that.
Yep,
and maybe the smaller ones.
It'd be interesting, but the telepathy of the mind flayer could read the brain's knowledge at any time, so it knows what the brain knows. And the brain, does it contain the personality anymore? I don't know. Maybe once the mind flayer sucks the personality out of the brain, there's nothing left but the knowledge.
Right. Okay. But what we have to do, though, we have to kind of start talking concrete instead of just philosophical.
All right. So we got a mind flayer library full of brains. And the chair that accesses it, like the center.
Well, we can get into the details and everything. Let's one brain equals one scroll.
Maybe.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Let's pick out a map And let's start running with that,
Yeah.
guys. So I
So
can
we need
put
a
it in
cavern type of map, Tim.
cavern type of map.
Right? With rough hewn. Yeah. There we're talking.
That's an older one. I'll get that. That one's still kind of like in my early.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get to some of the older ones I get, or newer ones I get, where it's got a little bit more. I don't know which way this one's going. It seems like it's going the wrong way.
It might be by name. It might be by name.
Well,
maybe you could tell what the map is if you pulled up the directory, whereas we couldn't. Maybe you could if you wanted to do it like that, you know?
Yeah, let me bring, I have the old one. Let me just see here. I have a few old maps or cavern maps that might be more suitable. And if you guys don't think that'll fit, then we'll go to a different one. All right, let's try. This one's got a lot of features into it. Excuse me. Oh, I don't like that one. That's the problem when you have a map maker picking out which maps he wants to play with, because then it's
so particular.
Nah. Yeah, I start getting picky about shit. So
does that have to be fancy?
Yeah, this one will. Yeah. Well, I know. Let's see, share screen. Here we go. Window. What about that one? You think that one?
That could work. That could work. It looks like an old mine. It looks like an old mine rather than a cavern system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, this was your first adventure you went through with me, Joe, that I broke you of your completionist. Remember when you had to complete all the dungeons, you know where all the rooms were?
Yeah.
This was the first one you never
finished. It does look familiar. I was just wondering if I ran it or if you ran it. Yeah.
No, I ran it and everything. You got to about this pillar thing over here.
Okay.
So that was
then it ran away.
I don't know, guys. You think this will work? I mean, we got lots of different rooms, lots of different, little features that we can use. You think this one's good enough? You want me to try a different one?
I think I like it. It's a matter.
You like that one, Joe?
Yeah, I do. Is there anything you have that's a more natural cavern look rather than looks like a mine?
I probably do. Just let me look here.
Because that's clearly got pillars and is developed and everything else, right?
I mean, I've got a very simple one here. I wish you could just update this.
Yeah, I know.
You can't update it. No. Okay. Then I won't do that. Stop sharing and then go back to. Well, if anybody would know, Rob would know the reach around secrets. So,
of course,
there was one. All right. Here's one that's more natural, Joe. It's simple.
Yeah.
But is that something maybe what you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean it works. It's a more natural cavern, Now, how would the mind flayer hang? Hold up in there? What would they be doing? That sort of thing. That's the key, right?
Right. Oops. Don't do that. All right. Let me share my screen again, and it all in the organization.
Mm-hmm.
What the maps run?
I had to find the map because that's untitled.jpg. So yeah, organization by name.
Yeah. It's all the reach arounds. It's all in the organization. The rest. We don't want to go to how much of wrist action you get into your reach arounds, Rob. All right, let me get now. I have to do a little layout here too, and I'll let you guys pick a cover picture since we're gonna do. Well, we can't call them mind flayers, can we? Because that's verboten.
No. We have about like brain.
You have to call them. What are they? Elithids or something like that?
Yeah. I think we can't even use that name. I don't think though.
How is that one banned now too?
Yeah, I think that's the problem. They own it. There's a very few things that these guys kept to themselves, and I believe that was.
And I thought Mind Flayer was definitely one of them.
Yeah, I thought it was too, actually.
Yeah.
Tim, I have an interesting idea here.
Okay, please do.
It would support just our general let's fuck with them attitude. Stop presenting for a second. Let me present something here. And
is this the fuck Rob? Or
No, it's fucking one of another one
Bot
of our friends.
Destroyer. Oh, I do
No,
like
no,
that.
but let's steal one of Matt's maps.
I was wondering when you're going to bring up Matt.
Let's fuck with Matt. Let's steal one of his maps. So
Yeah, Matt's got lots of
he
cool.
got a shit ton of maps.
Cavern map.
He's been making it back. Who knew he had a blog way back in 2014? I just found out last week. But yeah, he's got a lot of maps here. And doing it this way, scrolling down through his map collection section, you guys
go back up.
see.
Go back up like 2 maps.
Okay.
One more. All right, see that one?
Shane's
I used
Delve.
to call that is like scrotum sketch maps because it always looked like very nuts with scrotum.
That's true. You're right.
And then if you go down to the next one,
yeah,
scrotum scratches a car.
Yeah.
so yeah, that's when he started his fake Dyson phase.
Yeah, fake Dyson imitation. Yeah. So this is interesting. We got. See, that's
all right. I got to do a Joe now. So you go.
Okay. You go. Yeah. Well, I'll start looking. You take.
We got to tag team this there.
We got old man bladders. You know,
tease our old man bladders apart.
Yeah. He has a lot of good maps here. Who knew? Who knew he could draw? I mean, honestly, I didn't know. You know, I know Tim is the funny thing is he's listening right now. You know, he went quiet and silent because he taught me that trick. You sit there while you're going to take a leak or whatever. You know, you mute yourself, but you have your headphones on and you're just still listening. You know, and that's a good map. That might have something to it here. Open image, a new tab. I'm gonna do it like that. Yeah, that way we got it here. Okay, then we can look at each one. Yeah, so he listens in, sees what we're plotting, and then he just takes countermeasures while he's taking a shit, right? So he messes with us. Well, I've learned the good trick, though. I'm going to keep doing that to him now whenever we play. So anyway, looking for maps. God, Matt has a lot of goddamn maps. Looking for maps that would be sort of a natural cavern fit. Ooh, that's got potential, right? The ruins of Colleen Murray. Yeah, that's got some potential. This has even the same damn map. No, but it's got a lot more potential too. It's on a roll there with these certain maps in a row. He does the multi-level thing too. Matt does. Oh wow, that may be too big though to use for anything real and meaningful here.
Well, you got to pick one, Joe.
Oh, I know. No, this is good, man. Tim, what do you think of any of these? So here's one. Right.
I like Mind Eaters. That's classy, as you expect from Matt Mester.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
good.
from the monster book. Okay, great.
Was it? Okay. So we got this one.
The original, his monster, really, that's one of my favorite ones. But yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Whichever one you want to do, just pick one so we can.
Yeah, this is good. Or this.
But now I got to figure out how to put it in my layout too.
I like this. The ruins of Colleen Murray. Got a nice underground river to it. All right. Okay. I will send you the link, Tim.
Unspeakable names is the key word in that, Rob.
So I'll send you the link in private chat, Tim. All right. Chat? There you go. The private chat on this thingy here.
Oh, right. I forgot this.
Yeah, I know, really. All right, so we got a map. We got some natural caverns. We got ups and downs.
We got a Jackson map.
Yep. Can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that.
No, Matt makes great stuff.
All right, so I'll stop sharing, and then you can share that, and then we can use that as a base. Hey, Master really pay us for all this promotion of his shit that we're giving him, Really. I'm serious. I'm going to send him a bill.
Yeah, I'll send him a bill. Yeah. Let's see. Now, where did I say?
Cheapskate. That cheap bastard still owes me the damn steak dinner and drinks.
He does. He legitimately does.
Yeah,
yes, he does. I know.
Of a bitch. He couldn't make it because of some, I don't know, his shoelace broke or some nonsense reason. He couldn't make ShireCon this past year.
I know. All right. Let's see here.
You want to be humiliated.
Let's. So I got the map here. So let's do some.
Right. You're gonna pop it into
the share the screen so people can see what the hell I'm doing. Because you're gonna be seeing you're gonna be seeing the full Monty of an adventure.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Cranium crackers.
So what I'm using, guys, is this is the program that I always use. It's what is it called? Why is my screen? It's like blinking like crazy. What the hell is that going on?
I don't see a blink. It seems normal to me.
No, it's just what's happening on mine. So this is just MS Publisher. I use it because I've used it forever. I love it, even though it makes me swear a lot. But what doesn't? Yeah, it's tweaking out again. That's so weird.
Huh. I don't see it.
Right.
Like from my end, it seems normal. So maybe it's just your side thing. It's not broadcasting that way, at least.
All right. So how many rooms are we going to have in here, Joe?
Well, I mean, we're looking at an area that it would live in, an area that it would have protectors of the area it lives, right? And so,
okay,
right. So maybe that makes some sense. Why? How about the southwest is where it kind of lives and sets up its library area, and those
southwest.
And the very southwest corner, those two corridors might be escape routes, right? Because there's only one way, a couple of ways in there. It would have its protectors on the other side. So,
well, tell me just okay. So where the entrance is, I guess,
over top middle, or coming down the water. A couple of ways to get into this place, right?
So, so up here, like where it has the arrows, going to be number one.
Yeah, that's how you get in.
Talking about?
Yep. Unless you come down the underground river, which would be more likely to be used as a good escape route from this thing, right?
Yeah, because it looks like this is an underground river and it comes outside.
Yep.
But it does look like you can get in through. I guess it's not outside. It's just under everything.
It's underground. Yeah. And so in the bottom right,
the water's flowing this way.
Yes. Yep. And you could,
so it looks
right
like
there, if you, from that point where your cursor's at, Tim, down below there,
right down here.
Where the water comes down. Yeah. So that's the waterfall, right? And just south of the waterfall looks like a place you can get out of the water onto the land, and then you'd walk up to the Mind Flayer's abode.
So put it like right here, so it's kind of covering both ways to get out.
Yeah. So that would be number what? 1? That's one way in.
Yeah, I usually start with 1. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, all right. So show me another encounter area you want.
Encounter area. We got to place the library. Does it make sense to have the library to the northeast or the southwest? What do you think?
You tell me where you want it.
Well, I think the northeast gives more points of protection, right?
Northeast?
More ways to get into it. So how about the far northeast corner? That's maybe the library, right?
That up there?
That's the sanctum. Yeah, this the holy sanctum. And because there's like
it looks like it goes down in too. Both of them go down into it. So that's cool.
Yeah. And so the living quarters are the top 3, right? So 2 to the left is 3 and 4, right? Those 2 areas. It's like living quarters, right?
So up here.
Yep. So maybe 3 is where it. Yeah.
3 down here.
Above. No, above.
Above there. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be maybe where it lives. 2 is the library. 3 is where it lives, and maybe 4 to the left of 3. Right. That might be where it feeds.
Okay, but we got a lot of room in between there. We don't have to number all these things because we're not going to have probably enough time to do all that. But
so we've broken off though its private area, right?
We broke off its private area.
Yes, we did, chain style.
Oh man!
So now the stuff below the private area, Tim, and above the water, all that shit in the middle, right?
Right here.
Yeah, and everything above that, right, all the way up to the top area, all those little rooms between the river and 2, 3, and 4, that would be where the servants and protectors are, right? That would be where the creatures that protect and serve this thing would be. So mind-controlled things, underdark denizens, things that it captured and it enslaved with its brains, right? So that's all out there in these various rooms, right?
Where is this at, Joe?
Yep, that's cool.
Here?
Yeah, that could be there. Yeah. Each of these.
I think so. You're coming up. Okay. So we got that. So.
Then maybe see to the right of 5, Tim, that quadrant that looks like it looks like a swastika actually. A little bit.
Where in the hell's that?
To the right of 5.
The right of 5.
Yep. Straight across. Go straight across from 5. Boom. Like that whole quadrant area. See that whole area there? That could be where a big creature or multiple creatures live,
Okay.
To the northwest of 5, that those few rooms there, that could be an interesting little quadrant for something.
We're at then, Joe.
Northwest, down.
Oh, down.
Yep. Right, directly 1 inch up to the northwest of 5. So go to 5 and then go, now closer to 5.
Here?
Boom, yeah. That whole little quadrant of rooms there. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 little rooms. That could be a thing, right? Just like
those aren't connected, Joe.
Oh,
this
I can't
one
see
goes
that
underneath these. Oh, let me scroll up.
Yeah, can you zoom in? Yeah, okay, my bad then.
So it's going underneath there.
Okay.
So that it won't be connected to those.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we can. So you're talking about where 6 is at? You want that maybe to be?
Yeah.
Because that could be that section.
Yes,
and 8 can be its own little weird. Who knows?
Yes, on its own from leading. So 5 leads to 8. So whatever.
I know what's perfect for 8 for you.
Okay.
What would be a perfect room for Joe?
Where they all take a shit.
That's exactly. Right. So you got the. So we'll put some like illicit or what is it called? Mind eater, porn.
Magazines.
Magazines, yeah. Tentacle of the month.
Big tentacles you have, baby.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
And then I guess let's put one. There's a lot to do here. So put one here, 9.
Okay.
Just to get this number stuff done, and then we'll figure it out. 10. Put that.
Yeah, that works.
Oops. Yeah, the whole chat is just tweaking like crazy in mine.
Tweaking?
It's like,
what do you mean?
Yeah, it looks like it's having its own little rave party over there.
You have a lot of people watching your chat?
No. I got nobody watching my chat.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about on the StreamYard. Like all the comments on there, they're all flashing.
Oh, really?
It feels like it should be like.
Yeah.
Going on over there. All right, and let's just do an 11 up there, kind of thing, and then one more for down to the south of there. Does that look good?
Yeah. That little maze of stuff to the south.
Yeah. So we'll just put it like.
Yeah.
We'll put like a 12, like kind of in there, and then what I do, guys, for this kind of thing. So let's put it up here, just so it's not blocking anything. I'm going to do this with 11 to kind of cover this area too.
Yep.
So to kind of help, because it gets, you see how it gets kind of blends in a little bit and disappears. So for this thing, it has a nice little glow option. So what the glow does is I'm going to do it white on this, and I'm going to make it solid so it'll stick out a little bit more. But it'll put it, see how it kind of makes it white around there, but you can read the 11 really. See where the 12 is? Now watch. It's just a nice little effect. So it doesn't interfere with anything, but it still makes it pop.
Yeah.
So you can still see that and everything. But like if you do the transparency too much, then it doesn't work as much. But if you kind of do that, then see how well you can see the 12 there. So
that's cool.
You don't lose anything. Sometimes what I'll do for these things is I'll use a different color to pop them out. But since we're using a black and white map, okay, and the next thing I want to do, because I'll do this, is I'll bump the fucking map and all the numbers will move. So I highlight everything and group them together. So now it's all one piece.
Okay.
So now I can move the map. If I bump the map, see all the numbers just stay put.
Can you make it bigger, a little wider? Is that possible?
Well, that's the size of the page, or are you just talking about the viewing area?
The viewing area. But interesting.
Okay,
You could probably stretch it out,
huh?
You could stretch it out, I guess, right? It would distort the map, but you could stretch the image.
Yeah, it's kind of, the map's not real, what do you call it? That's the page width thing there.
Yeah.
But the page, as you can see, the map isn't a high resolution. So
I like it. We got to start. All right. So we got to start here.
We got to start. Now, one of the things we got to do too, possible names for what the mind eaters call themselves.
Cranium cracker.
I don't know what that means. All right, we're gonna do a cover real quick because we need a cool cover.
All right. Okay.
Need a cover. So I'm gonna go into my art stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you guys kind of how I do it here for this.
This is gonna be a multi-episode. You know what I mean?
What is it? Oh shit! It's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we're not gonna finish this tonight, guys. So this is gonna be fun. We'll bounce back into this. This could be a regular feature. Maybe do half an hour here, half an hour there. you know,
maybe I get that. So, all right.
Shit. I mean, you could just bring it all the way to publication, Tim, through this. Right? What do you do from soup to nuts to get?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to offer it up as free stuff, but here we go, guys. What did it do?
Oh, you broke it.
Did I broke it?
Matt's map broke our game night. Damn it.
Damn, Matt.
It's all Matt's fault.
See. Oh, I see what I did. I think.
Yeah, Marcelo's agreeing. That would be awesome. A full tutorial. So in other words, this is Tim's whole creative process from beginning to end. I'm just throwing shit in, and Tim will publish something, and a zine or whatever it is that he can put out with this.
Oh, I guess you guys don't see because I'm going into a subcategory. It's not picking it up for a share.
Okay.
What I can do, no, that won't work. What I'm doing, guys, is I divide my stock art up into different categories. Like I have armor, architecture, banners, battle screens, candles, torches and lanterns, clerics, coins, covers. But then I have my monsters divided up into different categories, and I do have a mind flare specific. Now, if I can find it.
Now we should. If we are going to publish this, we can't. They have to be different than mind flayers, right?
Yeah.
So we call.
Oh, I think I just put them under tentacles. I think I don't think I divvied them out there. Do I have any mind? I know I do somewhere. That's all tentacles. Mm-hmm. Maybe because they call them illithids in this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So I don't have a lot, but I think this one will do well for our.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like that one?
It's nice, but we can't use it, right? If we're going to publish this thing, Rob fucked us that we can't use a mind flayer.
No. This is a mind eater.
Oh, it's a mind eater.
Yeah, this is a mind eater.
And it looks just like a mind flayer.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't look anything like that.
Not at all. Okay.
No. This guy goes by Fred.
Fred?
He's a mind eater.
All right.
He likes Sonic burgers, brains, and taking long walks in a mega dungeon.
Okay. All right. And he whistles, I think, too. He has a whistling thing, right?
He's a whistler, huh?
Yeah, he likes to whistle as he works. All right. So Fred the mind admirer, mind lover, right. The mindophile.
Mindophile and everything. And then once we figure out what our adventure is going to be called, we'll work out a layout for the title and whatnot for this. Let's see here. I'm screwing with that. Okay. Just that way it gives us a little inspiration. And then, of course, right, what I usually do for my adventures is I try to keep them like 4 pages for an easy fold, but this is nowhere near going to fit and everything.
Be like 16-pager, right?
All right. So we now kind of have what our map looks like, what our, things. What is going to be our hook to drag these dumbass adventurers into a cavern where they're going to get their brains eaten?
Hired and paid big money. So it's just not a first level adventure. This is something 6th, 7th level.
This would be my first level adventure. This would be
true. This would be
zero
intro.
level.
This would be your intro adventure. This is yeah.
If you're gonna suck at a man, come on, man.
This is the what do they call the DCC intro area thing? What are they?
The funnels? Is it
the funnel? Yeah, this is Tim's funnel. This is funnel.
All right.
So the most basic.
Put the current situation. Whoops, I guess spell current, right? So now we got to come up with an idea of why are the adventurers coming in here? I mean, what's happened?
If the mind flayer collects brains of people with knowledge or whatever for its own collection, then its agents its agents, which you have the trail of,
Mhm.
have taken the sage Bill. Oh no, I know what happened. I have it, Tim. Stop share for 1 second, and I'll
Okay,
show you guys.
Is this going to be a weird thing?
No, not even kinky. All right, there
Oh.
you go. They've kidnapped Blake.
They've kidnapped Blake.
Save Blake from the octopus heads.
Save Blake from the octopus heads. Okay.
All right. So Blake is a 4th level mage. He's the Mage of Hound's Head. This is Tim's card number 3. It looks like his NPC card, and so you get a little bit about Blake there, and this again all on Tim's Patreon. So save Blake the mage because his knowledge is important to the Mind Flayer. So the Mind Flayer has sent agents into the Komor Forest to grab Blake. All right.
So okay, so the current situation is Blake is a prisoner of the Mind Flayer.
The Mind Flayer's agents,
or eater of brains, or whatever.
Eater of brains.
So okay, so who's contacting the party?
Well, who would be there? Kojak can't go.
All right.
Please. Kojak reaches out to the party who runs Hound's Head. Blake is missing. I can't go anywhere because we have problems right now with the wolf, the giants. Wasn't there a giant issue going on for a while there? Right?
Yeah, but you guys hunted them down.
We did. But something's up.
Well, there's always giants.
There's always something.
Giants.
There's
In
always
case I run out of giants, I have a giant, what do you call it, pantry that I can go to. And
all right. So Kojak the dwarf, my former character who runs Hound's Head now, as Blake has been kidnapped, taken hostage or whatever. Kojak wasn't there. He wants you to get him while he deals with the current situation, whatever that situation might be. Right. And so since the Mind Flayer doesn't leave underground, it sent agents out. Right. So now we got.
Hold on. Let me write this down real quick. So Kojak reaches out to the party and needs help. His friend and Mage of Hound's Head was captured. Does he know by who?
Agents of. Well, he could. There could have been a sign or a symbol or something left. Roll a dice. Let's see. Does he know who? Because all you would have is trail, right? Why would he know? Somebody kidnapped Blake, get him back.
Okay. So we'll just say Hound's Head was captured.
Yeah.
Or it kind of. Well, we don't even know if he was captured. Actually,
he's missing, and 4 men were seen in his whatever mysterious.
Wait, no, you can't just say whatever.
I start with the whatever, then I fill in the blanks.
Right. So his friend and Mage of Hound's Head is missing. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what evidence do they know that he's missing then?
His dog was killed.
Oh.
His dog was killed.
That hurts. Oh.
Yes. Everybody wants to kill the guy who killed the dog.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to save a dog and kill a dog killer?
I mean, I have to put Blake in here. Blake. Oops.
Yes, so Blake is while Tim is typing, Blake is a middle-aged scholar who moved to Hound's Head to explore the Komor Forest and research the Northman culture. He is a member of the Guild of Arcane Lore who receives a monthly stipend at 250 SP, silver, which is Tim's world is silver-based, to buy supplies and information. Blake pays for information, maps, and Northman artifacts. Services he provides are identifying magic items, and he gets a dozen healing potions a month from the guild. Blake created the glasses he wears so he can read any language. The robe of Matthias is a powerful family heirloom. It can stop time. Each round the time is stopped, the robe drains 1 hit point. The hit points cannot be healed. Now, in true Tim fuckery style, the wearer must make a successful save each day to recover the 1 hit point, and sometimes the robe malfunctions. Instead of stopping time, it reverses time. So that's what we're dealing with Blake. He's still, though, the Mage of Hound's Head and the giver and buyer of information. So everybody wants to save this guy's ass. All right? Save Blake.
Okay. I have a little idea about this, too. So Red's killed. So I think the only evidence we would have is the blood in Red's mouth. So we're going to have Red contribute to finding Blake.
All right.
So let's give the Mind Flayers So what color blood does it have?
Oh, so the
Or
Mind
does
Flayer
it,
himself was there personally, you're saying? He didn't just send his
yeah,
agent.
let's get in there and
All right.
do
All
it,
right.
you know,
I mean,
or we can, or maybe it's the people who stole. Maybe they have a certain type of blood. Maybe it's a
yep.
certain kind of.
How about purple blood?
Can the cleric speak with red? I don't know
Ah,
if
interesting.
you know what? I
Well,
guess if he, well, I think if it was a druid, a druid cleric, I don't
yeah.
know. Why not?
Well, it's a
I'd
speak
let.
with.
That's one thing I do.
Yeah.
If you come up with a cool idea,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to understand the red's language, but it's speak with dead, not speak with red. Ba-dum-boom.
Right, right.
Gotta
That's
do it.
true.
Damn it! I missed my opportunity again for the click. I'm
Yeah,
gonna time
you
it.
just suck
I
at that. I'm gonna
sucked.
have
I
to take
sucked
over
tonight.
on the
You know,
bumps.
son of a bitch. My only defense is that I could either see your chat or I could see the clicking opportunities
Right.
there.
Yeah. Can't do
So,
both. I get
yeah.
that. We need. That's why we need the production crew, and that can
Yes. Yeah,
do the
we do.
background.
Really do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get
So
big.
what do you think would help?
All right. So, do we want the Mind Flayer to have been there, or do we want the Mind Flayer?
That's
Because
up to you.
why would he leave his library of goodies? He would send agents out,
To
right?
get well, yeah, that's true. But what agents does he have then?
Are mind controlled agents. All right, because he has mental control over these
Okay.
things psychically,
So
psionically.
again, who are because we need to be
Okay.
specific.
All right. All
What
right. So
what are we
what
talking?
else lives underground? What's a cool thing that lives underground that I think is very underused?
Oh, I have a
Grim.
perfect thing that I use.
Do you? Because I was thinking Grimlocks.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Really?
That's what I use. Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
that's what you've encountered in
I
that.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Grimlocks are yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They live
But
underground. They come
Grimlocks,
out
I
at
don't
night.
know. Are they gonna have any special blood or anything that's gonna
What if one was
oh,
healed
you
and
know
left
what? Because
behind, Tim?
they use very crude, like caveman, like
Yes.
weapons made
Yes.
out of bone spears,
Flint.
bone spears. So why
Hmm.
don't we have like the like a bone spear or bone axe still stuck in red?
Yes. All right. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Okay. He ripped the throat out of one, maybe too. I mean, maybe there's
Yeah.
or bit of its face, and it's like the pale white hair. You know what I mean? Bit of its
Well, they
scalp.
actually have really dark hair
That
in the
sucks.
fiend fold, but we can make it all
Yeah,
because we're not talking Morlocks, we're talking Grimlocks.
that's true. That's true.
So
That's true.
I mean, they're the same but different, kind of thing. Gosh, this thing's tweaking. I'm trying to read the comments. And it just spazzes out over there. All right, red was found with a stone axe in its neck.
I kind of like I did morph the Grimlocks and Morlocks. I did that, but I do like the white hair, white eyes.
Okay.
Pale gray.
Well, then we will give them all like albino-ish hair,
Yeah.
kind of, because it
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
It
They're
does.
under,
creepy, man.
the cool thing is then like when we start writing up the Grimlocks, we can give them light sensitivity.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Or
yes,
something
yes.
like that too, because
Yep.
I'm gonna assume they're gonna be, because if they're underwater all the time, it's gonna be no, it hurts my eyes.
Yeah,
Except
yeah,
in
yeah,
Grimlock
yeah,
talk.
yeah. I wonder what
Okay,
happens.
red.
I'm gonna try experiment here. If I go to try to share screen, do I overwrite your share screen? I wonder.
I don't know.
Let's try it. It might blow up YouTube, but I'm gonna give it a shot. God damn it!
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
I did. It overwrote it.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
did.
kind of shit I vision in my head as to what the hell they look like. What do you think?
Yeah, let me do my first reach around of the night.
All right.
So Grimlocks actually comes from the Fiend Folio. And
yeah.
they look like little Conans.
Okay.
In a way.
Let's see.
Well, maybe not. They're kind of
there. A solo layout.
Whoop, there we go. They're right over here.
Yeah, over there. Yeah. Yep, I see that. Just make them white haired and white eyed.
Yeah.
They see in the dark, but they
have weapons in this one, but I always have them in my campaign with like very Cro-Magnon kind of
Yep.
cavemen kind of things.
And we just got the population of a bunch of these places. A Grimlock Morlock infestation is the population.
There we go. And I can bring mine right back up, Joe. Didn't lose it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's nice.
Yeah, that is. Well, we
learned.
learned something else today.
Maybe
So
try.
Red was found with a
also
stone
learned that I
axe
have
in its neck.
I also have a 1 hour
and
bladder. We learned that too. I'll be right back.
blood and let's see. Blood and I don't know, bloody hunk of, I'm gonna put Starkway here. If you guys have any comments, please go ahead and add them while I'm doing this. All right, so we got Kojak reaches out to the party, needs help. His friend and mage of Hound's Head, Blake, is missing. Red, Blake's dog, was killed. Red was found with a stone axe in its neck and blood and a hunk of stark white hair in his mouth. Okay.
Maybe gray skin, gray flesh attached to it. People would think
so.
that might be
So stark of white hair. Okay, so you want some
flesh, like he took a piece of flesh off.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I like that, but then we're putting too many details into one thing. So let's keep it streamlined, because the white hair is the important part, because that's really going to set it aside from the besides just the gray skin. We can add that down the line, Joe. Like, because what we're going to have to do here is we can do this one of two ways. We can build a small outdoor map, which I'm going to say, what's the name of the cards that you create for NPCs? Called NPC cards.
Yes.
Yeah. They got nothing on me on making titles and stuff. But yeah, Marcel, if you go over to my Patreon, all the PDF stuff, it's all free. And I think I have everything tagged. So if you just push NPC cards, they should all come up. I think I just released I thought it was 42, but it was actually 43. So
is that what fucked me up? Because there was a card I'm missing, and it's pissing me off. My OCD is
no. You got an earlier one missing, I think.
Do I? Okay.
I believe so. That's weird. Every time you post something, it posts as both you and me.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it just posted on mine too. I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right, let me see here, guys. Okay. Right. Now, so blood from the mouth. Now we got to give them an idea of maybe which direction they're going.
Yep. So there's winter snow trail. How about that?
Perfect. Okay.
All right. So funny. My approach to this, Tim, I would be okay. We got the starting point, and then I'd start to do a structure. Right, we're gonna have we have a starting point of find a thing, then we have the clue as to where, and then we have 2 to 3 encounters along the way to the place where do you think the thing is, and then underneath is where the big baddie is. The question would be, do these 2 or 3 encounters relate in any way? Maybe the last one that's the closest to where Blake is taken might relate, but the other 2 could be just random hideously evil Komor Forest things that you probably won't survive anyway, right? So 2 randoms, 1 related, pop into there, and then we have Grimlocks obviously as bad guys. Maybe the Grimlocks are the bad guys across the northeast of the river to the southwest of the river. Maybe we have some other kind of a threat that may not be allied with the Mind Flayer, but it might be, at least.
So you're bringing in a third element then.
Maybe something else down there that, because the players will go have.
Are you talking about down in the dungeon itself, or like on the
down in the dungeon? Down in the dungeon itself, because the river sort of bisected it diagonally, right? So the Mind Flayer and his Grimlocks and maybe something else are up in the top right corner. In the bottom left corner, the southwest, you might have some other things that maybe aren't allied with the Mind Flayers, but are baddies in their own right, and they got a truce. Don't cross the river. We won't cross the river. Stay over there. In the meantime, more badasses up here defend us both, right?
Sure. Yeah, but I mean, a Mind Flayer. I mean, that's a tough one to beat. There might be some reason to keep them there, though.
Yeah. Guards. I mean, their presence alone is because the good guys get in there, 50% chance they'll go left or right. They go left, they'll meet the other thing.
Well, we gotta focus on this though.
Yeah.
The intro. Okay. So Kojak brings the party to the edge of the forest and shows them where the blood trail starts.
Into the snow.
There are several, what do you want to call them? Tracks in the snow.
Yeah.
Snow. Enhanced by bright red blood.
Okay.
Red did not go quietly.
Nice. Nice. I like that.
Well, I gotta give Red some,
Yeah.
some, gotta give him some represent some rep.
See, now at this point, now that we have this, we have a structure, we have the bad guys place, we have the what happened, and then we kind of have an idea that we have the beginning, the middle, and the end. At this point in my process, I don't start typing anything. That's when I fill a bowl, get a drink, get on the porch at night.
We still need one more thing here. We're not done here yet.
What do we? We need Kojak brings you and he says, please go get them, I guess, right?
Right. But please, how many times have you gone on an adventure because
please with a bag full of money. Yeah.
All right. So are we doing so you want to do a monetary type of thing? What kind of
knowing Hound said, and if
try to think of something, money's good, but maybe there's something else we can do with it.
What you did with us was kind of good too. We'll give you a plot of land essentially, and you'll have a 20 by 20 shack on it that we will fund for you as a place to. I remember I put a stripper pole in mine. If I remember right.
If players bring back that's just got to bring him back. He just can't disappear for a while.
Yeah,
bring Blake
alive.
We'll just say the party. If the party party brings back, brings back Blake. Kojak offers, let's say 2-acre plot. Oops. 2 acres, and I'm going to say 200 silver pieces of building materials.
Nice.
So that way, because that puts it on the party to figure out how they want to build it themselves. Do they want this? Do they want? I mean, 200 silver pieces isn't going to get you, but it'll get you started, and then you can use those other different sections in the book that don't get often used that time. So it kind of leans into that, which I like trying to bring a purpose to some of that.
Plus, you're now invested in the land, and that's Kojak's
trick. Exactly. Now you're invested in the land, you're invested in the defense of the land, and then you start knowing the people, and you get invested in the people. And then once the DM's got that hook set so deep, you got them.
Yeah, because a threat to the land is a threat to your shack, no matter how crappy ass little it is.
Exactly. If it only has 3 walls or a lean-to, it's yours.
Yeah, you'll hire a 10,000 gold piece army to defend a 300 gold piece shack, because it's my shack. Damn it,
my shack. Exactly. So that's the intro. Mars, what'd you say, Marcel? They look cool. Are you planning to release MD? What, Marcel? They're like I said, the PDFs are free on my Patreon. Just you can pick up all the PDFs. The print ones I send out to people who participate. I kind of do it's almost like a subscription type of thing. So if you get in at the $5 level. I mail them out to you. I think it was Saturday. I mailed out. Let me see. Do I have them over there? I don't want to go fetch them, but I sent out a delayed. Remember that Atticus Stumps one I put out there, Joe? I had to redo all the freaking covers because I wasn't paying attention and they got screwed up. So I had to reprint all those. They look much better now.
Okay.
And then I did the other adventure for what the hell was I don't even know what my last adventure was.
I'll let you know when I get it in the mail. That should be out in a few days.
Yeah. And then an NPC card. So they got 3 things in that one. Sometimes I produce stuff every month, but there are some months where I definitely don't produce. That's why everything's based on production. It's not a per month charge. It's just if I make an adventure, I get $5. Some people, put, if I make 2 adventures, they put $10 in the kitty. Not necessary though. So, but thank you, Marcelo. Yeah, you can always email me there if you had any questions too. All right, so do we want to stop there and pick it up, or do you want to?
Well, we got the beginning, right? That's a good point. We got an hour and a half in. We got the beginning.
We have the map, we have the beginning, and we have
the cover.
Our big bad.
Yeah. We got the. We'll have to do a different cover probably for copyright, whatever the hell it's called.
No, Joe, no. This is stock art, dude. I can use this for anything. All right. They get the copyright on the name and stuff like that. They don't get copyrighted on images.
They would have a decent case if we called it a brain sucker and put a Mind Flayer's picture up there. They might have a decent case. But
I mean, if they've got enough time to come after me, tell them to send the Pinkertons.
Yeah.
Tell them to send them. Trust me, it'll end much worse than it did for that guy from Magic the Gathering.
And on that note, boys and girls, that's the best way to end this.
Yeah,
even the animals have toting guns out there.
Carry them in the back of their pickup trucks all the freaking time around here. Yeah, so
that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. All right. Good.
No, I think that's a good start. So we got our hook for the adventures. And, And we got a borrowed Matt Jackson map.
It was stolen.
I'll probably clean this up by next time. I'll probably clean up the map a little bit. I can tell this was Matt's thing where he's experimenting because this is actually a Glen Seal type style map.
Oh, the little rocks in there and shit.
You see the rocks, plus you see this is Glen
skeleton.
The little snakes. That's his signature and thing. And then plus, if you go up here, you see a little chalice.
Oh,
that was kind of a fun thing that Glenn would do, kind of hide things in his maps like that. So map was I was doing the same thing at the time. I didn't do the skeleton thing, but I begged, borrowed, and stole as much from Glenn as I could because he's such a good cartographer. Well, he's got 2 gold ennies now.
Does he?
Yeah. If you're gonna steal from Glenn. Yeah. I mean, he's a fantastic map maker. But no, I think that's a good place. Then we can pick it up.
Yeah, we'll do the middle next time and the ending the third time. That sounds like and then, right? I mean,
the middle part definitely we're going to have to jump in because that's going to be our time-consuming thing.
3 encounters.
But we also have to do the get there portion.
That's what I mean. The middle is the get there, the journey, right? So the beginning is the hook, the middle is the journey, and the end is you're entering the cave of the Mind Flayer, that kind of thing. So maybe 2-3 wilderness encounters along the way.
Well, yeah, what we can do, we can decide then is if we want to do like how I kind of do it or the way a lot of other people do it.
All right. What's the difference?
So, I'm not saying everyone, but you have your random tables.
I don't use them.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
I know that. I know because you don't like to be surprised. I get that. I don't mind being surprised.
Yeah, I don't like. I'll look at them for ideas.
Right. So, but what I kind of do is I don't usually do random tables either, but I do use random encounters if that makes sense.
Yes, I do too.
So, but I don't know if I'm going to use them or not. So, what I'll do is I'll have, let's say. Say they're going on there and there's going to be 2 places where we're going to roll encounters to see if they encounter them. And what I'll develop is basically 2 to 3 different, maybe random encounters and develop those. And then the GM can pick them.
Yeah. Buy or sell. Take care, buddy.
Go there, pick them, or, they're so that way they can decide if maybe it's just too rough. Or this one, this is too way too easy for him.
Yep.
But not all not all the counters are bad encounters either. So
just some are just creepy.
Oh, good night, Marcel. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
Everybody. Yeah, that's cool. All
Um,
right, so we got the middle is the journey, and the end is the
yeah, so we'll just have to
perfect.
figure out what we want to do for the to get there
Hmm.
um, section and how we're going to do that, and then we'll have to decide like when we're writing this up too, like a what kind of style are we going to use for the writing up? We have to decide if we're going to go with system generic, are we going to go with shadow dark, are we going to go with
Mm.
OSE? Those are the two, I want to land on one of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
because I don't want to write a fifth edition one or anything like that. I want to keep it kind of
yeah, yeah.
ones I know too, because my brain can't. It doesn't have
I
the
like I,
wiggle room to do that.
I like OSE as a base only because if you have
Mhm.
an OSE zombie, it's the most basic zombie there is. And if you want
Mhm.
to use a Shadow Dark zombie, I don't know if they're any different, but if they are
I
different,
don't
it's
know.
more, right? So if you do the OSE zombie, anybody could upscale that to a Shadow Dark
Okay.
zombie, right?
Yeah,
If you're playing with
absolutely.
it,
All right. Well, then we'll go with the shadow dark.
or
Or
OSE.
yeah, I'm just going against it now. We'll do
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shadow dark stuff. Yeah, so we'll do the OSE stuff.
Uh-huh.
That makes it helps me kind of wrap my head
Yeah,
around
yeah.
of what we can do. So we're using the OSE system through that because there's
Hmm.
some techniques I would use for the different systems. So
Okay.
if you're running
All right.
Shadow Dark, I would do different things
Okay.
compared to OSE because I mean, while they're mechanically very similar, they're also very apart, and there's different things you can play on or play
Hmm.
against or play with
Okay.
um, using that. So yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
All right.
I do like what came with
Yeah.
everybody did a nice job participating.
Yeah.
I
Appreciate it.
wouldn't have thought of a mind flare. Rob
Never.
threw that at us right
Hmm.
away.
Never would have thought of that. That's not on the. I just. Besides, they're just so niche and weird. You know what I mean? So but then the library and the mind flare brought it all together in my head.
Yeah,
Brains
no, the
for knowledge.
library. Yeah, that's that. I don't know if I've ever written an adventure with a mind flare in it before. I don't
I
think I have.
I've had them in, but they wasn't like centered around them. They were kind of there.
See you, Doc. Yeah. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for
Everybody.
joining us.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
That's good. Good show. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening and hanging out there. And next week we'll do part two, the journey there, and then part
Dude, hang
three,
on. I'm going to
and then
save this because if I don't do it now,
oh
I
yeah, yeah, yeah,
forget where the heck it is.
yeah. So after part
Um,
three, we'll figure out. You guys will share the journey of publication with this. Tim does that. I mean, it's mostly on him. I don't know anything about layout and all that bullshit. To me, all the fonts look the same. So, so Tim will get all that stuff, the layout done, and the journey to publication. It'd be kind of cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be kind of maybe Tim. What if
Yeah.
you did
It's fun
a
to do.
limited print run? You know what I'm saying? Like print 20, right, and then send them out, kind of a thing.
No, I mean, I got no problem with doing like maybe a
Yeah.
limited run with it. And
We could sign them both of us sign them, sign copies or something like that,
yeah, that's a lot of mailing back and forth, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah, these people are worth it, damn it. They
they,
are
they are.
our
Yeah.
people,
No,
our
I mean, I
fans.
appreciate everybody showing up
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. That was fun. This is something I've been wanting to do actually on my own channel for the longest time.
Really?
To do
Okay.
so. Yeah, I was going to offer this kind of as on one of my Patreon levels, and just
Yeah.
say, I'll like, announce a day where I'm going to work on an adventure
Hmm.
and just have them hang out, and
Yeah,
we'll
yeah. Just
work
Patreon
on.
patrons only kind of invite. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that one. That would be like because most of my stuff isn't exclusive to patrons.
Yeah.
Most of the people just do it because they like getting stuff in the mail
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and everything. You did throw out a good challenge, Rob. Appreciate it, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll have to
Yeah, I,
work
I
on that.
rejected it out of hand instantly. I didn't
You
like, oh,
did.
my players.
You gave Rob
Hmm.
the hand and said, "No, Rob, you shall not
The
pass."
library brought it together in my head. Oh, Mind Flyer Library, brains in jars, and I was hooked.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know I've seen it and it's been done, but I like the idea of it. Um, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
We-
it makes sense, and I think there's a lot of playability out of that. I mean,
Mhm.
God, think of what they can find there. I
Yeah.
mean, the mind flare might be the least of their worries, and it will
Yeah.
be by the time we get done with it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, where were the days where I was worried about my sanity and this mind flare business? Because you know how I like to make it.
Whoop. What happened? Tim, I think Tim just disconnected himself. Whoa, Tim, you're not there, man. Oh, shit. Let me text him real quick. I don't know what the hell just happened. Tim, you are not there. You left. Tim has left the building, boys and girls. I don't know why he left, but I just wanted to say one other thing while he figures out where the hell he's at and what's going on. I think he might be coming back. Yep, here he is. We got him.
Yeah.
What the hell did you do?
My camera somehow.
Oh shit! Really?
I don't know how I did.
God, everything is fine. Then you start hitting buttons, motherfucker.
Well, I accidentally bumped one of my stupid ass USB cords, and apparently that was important.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I'd have to go all the way back in, log the back out, or come back in and readjust my.
Yeah. No, that's not worth it.
No, but, I didn't want to.
You know what? The other thing that sort of inspired this for me, Tim. Do you guys? I don't know if you in the audience, whoever's still here, because we kind of said goodbye, then we didn't say goodbye.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, there was an episode of Star Trek where Spock's brain was stolen and they had to find it. You guys remember that one?
Of course. Who doesn't remember that one?
That was awesome. And so you had to go find Spock's brain. So that's what I kind of wanted to, riff off a little bit too. You gotta have Star Trek in your life a little bit, So yeah, so they was walking around with that little damn thing on his head. It's a robot. Then they had to go find the brain and all that, So I always thought that was kind of a neat concept. So I figured, what the hell, it was Spock's brain. So let's go find Spock's. Let's find Blake's brain before it ends up in a jar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nope, that makes sense. That makes sense.
All right. Well, anywho, guys, we're just thank you for hanging out with us this long, and we will talk to you next Monday where we're doing part 2, the journey there. All right. Take care, everybody.
Yeah. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.